The Kearsarge football team headed into Friday night's matchup against Hanover, eager to put to bed memories of last week's heartbreaking loss in overtime, though the Marauders had different ideas with a big crowd on hand for homecoming weekend. And while Hanover showed flashes of brilliance early with a couple strong passing plays from quarterback Connor Stafford to Alex Mosenthal on the team's first possession of the night, it was all Kearsarge from there as the visiting team rushed its way to a one-sided 44-0 victory. And the Cougars didn't take long to establish their dominance, scoring on just their second play from scrimmage when Justin Norris broke free from the Hanover defense on his way to a 62-yard touchdown run and an 8-0 lead. Kearsarge added its second score of the game later in the opening quarter when running back Riley Antel found the end zone from 6 yards out before an impressive 34-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Rilio Rahor to Norris, with help from a nifty spin move, had the Cougars celebrating a 22-0 halftime lead. Rahor added his second touchdown pass of the game early in the third when he found Cameron Webster in the end zone to up the lead to 30-0. Webster rounded out the game scoring in the fourth with his second and final touchdown of the evening to cap off an impressive night. I spoke with Norris after the game, who talked about the importance of bouncing back from last week's loss.
We used last week's loss as momentum. The whole message throughout the week was we're going to take last week's struggle, last week's loss, and we're going to bring all our anger out on this team right here, and that's what we did.
I also spoke with Kearsarge coach Zach Matthews, who echoed Norris's thoughts on the significance of the win.
I mean, I couldn't have asked for more. I mean, I think we talked about it in a group, but we had a tough week. I mean, going into overtime with Kennett, we dropped a pass, for a 2-point conversion that would have won us the game. That's a heartbreaking loss that our kids took, and I thought the kids really just used it as fuel this week in our preparation. We were determined to, not let that happen again. It's a tribute to our kids. I mean, our preparation was great all week. Granted, they came out and threw some things at us. I hadn't seen them run spread that much. I mean, I saw their Kingswood game and they were double tight end the whole time, and all of a sudden they come out here today and they're, 4 wides and throwing the ball all over the field. So I thought our kids did a nice job kind of adjusting to that and settled in. And credit to Hanover. I mean, their kids played tough.
Both teams will be back in action Friday, with Kearsarge trying to improve to 3-1 when it travels to face Merrimack Valley, and Hanover also on the road at Laconia. Taking a look at the YCN scoreboard, the Stevens football team didn't miss a beat after the loss of freshman quarterback Henry Bork to a broken wrist last week, improving to 3-0 with a shutout win over Mascoma. Newport also improved to 3-0 with an impressive shutout victory, while Lebanon kept its perfect record intact with a non-divisional win over Windsor. And finally, Brattleboro improved to 2-2 in a high-scoring win over South Burlington, while Bellows Falls kept its dominant start to the season going, improving to 4-0 behind a whopping 67-point effort against Mount Mansfield. And Springfield bounced back from a tough loss last week with a nice win over Pulteney to improve to 2-2. That wraps up our look at local sports. I'm Mike Pizzone.